Today I want to present about strategic international business expansion plan for Tealive. Over the past decade, the global food and beverage industry has undergone significant transformation due to globalization, urbanization, and changing consumer lifestyle. One of the most notable developments is the rapid growth of modern tea beverages such as bubble tea, milk tea, fruit tea. These products have evolved from niche offering to lifestyle beverage, particularly popular among young and urban consumers. Tealive is a contemporary tea brand from Malaysia founded in 2017. The company specializes in modern tea drinks and operate mainly through a franchise-based business model. Tealive positions itself as a lifestyle brand that connects beverage consumption with social interaction and self-expression. While Tealive has achieved strong growth across Southeast Asia, the regional market has become increasingly competitive, with both local and international brands entering the industry. To ensure long-term sustainability and revenue diversification, Tealive is now considering international expansion into new markets. Japan has been identified as a potential market due to high purchasing power, sophisticated consumer, and well-established beverage culture in major cities such as Tokyo and Osaka. Bubble tea has gained popularity among younger consumers and is closely to youth culture and social media trend. However, entering the Japanese market presents several challenges. Japanese consumers have very high expectations in terms of product quality, safety, taste balance, and service excellence. Additionally, Japan has a strong traditional tea culture and strict food safety regulation, which require foreign brands to be culturally sensitive and high compliant. Therefore, for Tealive to succeed in Japan, it must adopt a clear differentiation strategy, localize its product to suit Japanese preference, and consistently deliver premium quality and service.
Tealive has significant opportunity as it enters the Japanese market. First, there is a strong demand for modern tea-based beverages such as bubble tea, milk tea, and fruit tea. This trend, known as the topical boom, is popular among young people, driven by taste, convenience, and visual appeal drinks shared on social media. Second, Japanese consumers have high purchasing power and are willing to pay for premium products. This allows Tealive to position itself as a premium international tea brand, offering signature products like brown sugar premium series, cheese tea series, and Japanese-inspired flavor. Third, the growth of the halal market and Muslim tourism in Japan create a unique opportunity. Tealive halal certificate beverage can attract Muslim tourists, students, and communities, filling a market gap and enhancing brand trust. Finally, bubble tea in Japan is more than a drink. It's a lifestyle trend connected to fashion, social interaction, and young culture. By offering visual attractive, customizable drink and collaborating with influencers, Tealive can capitalize on this trend to strengthen brand loyalty and emotional connection with consumers.
Now, I will discuss the main threats that Tealive may face when entering the Japanese market. The first major threat is intense competition. Japan already has a highly saturated bubble tea market with many well-established Taiwanese and Japanese brands such as Gongcha, Cha Time, and The Alley. These brands dominate prime locations like Shibuya, Shinjuku, and Umeda, and they already have strong customer loyalty. Because of this, it will be challenging for Tealive to attract customers and gain market share, especially as a new brand in Japan. Another important challenge is high consumer expectations. Japanese consumers are very quality conscious and expect consistency in taste, sweetness level, and presentation. Even small mistakes can negatively affect the brand's image. In addition, Japanese consumers rely heavily on online reviews and social media, so negative feedback can spread very quickly. The second set of threats relates to regulations and costs. Japan has very strict food safety and hygiene regulations under the Japan Food Sanitation Act. All ingredients must go through detailed inspections and food labeling requirements are very strict. This can lead to longer approval times and higher compliance costs for Tealive. Another major threat is high operational and rental costs. Operating in major cities such as Tokyo and Osaka involve very expensive rental fees as well as high labor and utility costs. These expenses can reduce profit margins, especially during the early stage when brand awareness and sales are still growing. In conclusion, although Japan offers strong market potential, it also prevents high entry risk for Tealive. The main threats include intense competition, strict regulations, high operating costs, and demanding consumer expectations. To succeed, Tealive must focus on product differentiation, consistent quality, effective cost management, and full regularity compliance to build trust and achieve long-term success in the Japanese market. That's all from Threads. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I am Yvonne, and today I am going to present the entry mode used by Tealive. Japan is an attractive market for Tealive due to its strong cafe culture and high consumer standards. However, choosing the suitable entry mode is critical because it affects the control, risk, and long-term sustainability. Exporting is not suitable for Tealive because bubble tea requires freshness and local preparations. Licensing and joint ventures reduce control over quality and brand consistency, which is quite risky in Japan. Wholly owned subsidiaries offer full control but involve very high costs and risks. Therefore, these few modes are less suitable for Tealive initial entry into Japan. International franchising is the most suitable entry mode for Tealive. It allows the company to leverage local Japanese franchises who understand consumer preferences, regulations, and operating practices. At the same time, Tealive retains control over its brand, product quality, and operating standards. Franchising also reduces financial risk as franchises bear the rental and labor costs, enabling Tealive to enter the market faster and more efficiently. From a strategic perspective, franchising is supported by major international business theories. It reduces uncertainty and learning costs, which aligns with Tealive's ownership advantages and helps overcome Japan's strict regulatory environment. Culturally, Japanese consumers value consistency, quality, and long-term commitment, which franchising supports through standardized training and quality control. In the long run, franchising allows Tealive to grow sustainably, localize products, and remain flexible for future expansion strategies. That is all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Nur Shazwani binti Mansur. Now I want to continue the presentation for 4.0 ethical consideration. Ethical consideration refers to the moral principle that guide a company's behavior and decision making. When Tealive expand into Japan, ethical dilemma arise due to difference in culture, legal system, and social expectation. Therefore, Tealive must adapt its business policies to meet Japanese standard in order to operate responsibly and gain customer trust. The first one is cultural sensitivity. One of the main ethical dilemmas faced by Tealive is balancing its Malaysian brand identity with the need to adapt its business to Japanese culture. Japan values subtlety, harmony, and precision, so products that are too sweet or marketing that is too loud may be viewed negatively. To address this, Tealive must adjust its sweetness level, introduce matcha and seasonal flavor, use respectful and advertising style, and localized store design while still maintaining its brand identity. The next is labor practice. Another ethical dilemma involves cost reduction versus fair wages and employee welfare. As Japan has strict labor law, unethical practice such as underpaying staff or excessive overtime are not acceptable. Tealive addressed this by complying with Japanese labor law, paying fair wages, providing safe working conditions, proper training, and using transparent employment contracts to protect employees' rights. The third is food safety. In Japan, food safety is critical ethical concern. The ethical dilemma here is whether to cut costs or maintain high food safety standard. Tealive addressed this by sourcing high quality and certified ingredients, following strict hygiene and food handling procedure, and ensuring accurate labeling with clear allergen information to protect consumers. Last but not least, the ethical consideration is environmental sustainability. Environmental responsibility is highly valued in Japanese society. The ethical dilemma faced by Tealive is the convenience of plastic. Packaging versus environmental sustainability. To address this issue, Tealive must use recycled or biodegradable packaging, encourage the use of reusable cup through incentives, and implement a proper waste separation and recycling system in line with Japanese regulation. That's all from me. Bye.
In conclusion, Japan is one of the most advanced food and beverage markets in Asia. The market has strong purchasing power and urban lifestyle that supports ready-to-eat beverage. Although Japan has a traditional tea culture, modern tea drinks like bubble tea are increasingly popular among younger consumers, making Japan a high potential market for Tealive. However, Japan is also a very challenging market due to intense competition, strict food safety regulation, and high consumer expectation. Based on this analysis, international franchising is the most suitable entry move for Tealive because it allows the company to balance risk and control while leveraging local expertise. For the recommendation, Tealive should focus on strong localization while maintaining its brand identity. This includes lower sugar option, the use of local teas such as matcha and hojicha, and seasonal drinks. Tealive should also adopt in-stage expansion strategy by starting in major cities like Tokyo and Osaka. Lastly, Tealive must prioritize quality control and comply with Japan's strict food safety standards. Ethical practice such as halal certification, eco-friendly packaging, ethical marketing, and fair treatment of employees can become a competitive advantage. With the right balance between strategy, ethics, and localization, Tealive can achieve sustainable growth in Japanese market. That's all from me. Thank you.